E aí galera, beleza? RB Ghost aqui. E hoje galera, estamos aqui para começar uma nova série no canal Not for a Broadcast. Not for Broadcast, na verdade, não é a Broadcast. Diminuir aqui o volume, né? Tá meio alto. Legenda está comprado da Steam, tá? Em promoção, acho que tava em R$30, um negócio assim. Tem o texto em português do Brasil, tá? Já tem o jogo completo. FPS travado 60, modo exibição janela, sem bordas. Exibição padrão, sincronização vertical, não tem necessidade. Vai para 60 que tá bom. Resolução completa. Oclusão ambiente alta, sombra no ultra, holofote assim. Tudo padrão, né? Não mexi em nada aqui. E é isso, gente. Vibração não precisa? Precisa? Acho que não precisa. Controle. Controle é no... Ah, dá pra usar no controle mesmo. Dá pra usar no controle. A gente aprende, a gente vai no mouse e no teclado mesmo. Então vambora. Jogar campanha. Informe o nome do jogo. RB Ghost. Jogo modo história. Desafiador. Normal, apresentador. Vamos lá. Vamos ver.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Not for a broadcast. Eu estava falando certo, então. Você pediu, você recebeu. Agora os conteúdos de avanço e retrocesso velozes estão disponíveis no arquivo. É um jogo indie, tá? Mas pelo que eu vi, é um jogo interessante. Dia 1, a eleição. Eu gosto muito desses simuladores. Acho bem da hora. Todo mundo que criou, virar à direita. D.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down.
Ok.
Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control.
Essa aqui eu controlo, tá? Quatro menores mostram os sinais. Né? Ok. Aqui tá. Ok. Tudo no estúdio, tá? Ok. Ligamos. Vamos ver. Deixe. Sim. São anúncios, tá? Ok.
now, you should be getting a signal through from the studio. Stay on your toes, mate. It's election night, so all
Noite de eleição, ó.
do not want to get fired.
Ok, ok.
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Ok.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in costumes.
Yeah, thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day, you offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist.
Ok. Tô controlando. Tô controlando aqui.
Good
Perfeito.
evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Ah, isso aqui aparece pro pessoal. Soltar a abertura do jornal na tela 2. Contagem regressiva. Vamos lá.
It's all gravy.
Buys honest Andy's totally independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance Headquarters to hear what the leaders have to say on their historic
Ih, deu merda.
3, 2, 1, now.
30 seconds.
Bit late there, mate. Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
on election night.
Yeah, Megan's pretty pissed off too.
I'm not.
Ih, carai. Calma aí, já deu ruim. E aí, DJ Gustavo? Esse faz a festa oficial. Cara, então, meu QR Code, eu não sei se tá muito pequeno. Você acha, bicho? Porque eu não gosto de deixar ele tão grande pra não ficar na frente de alguma informação importante. Vou aumentar um pouco aqui. Aumentar só um pouquinho então. Porque sempre tem alguma informação importante debaixo na tela. Aí eu prefiro deixar ele meio pequenininho. Dá uma aumentada bem de leve aqui. Só pra... Já deu ruim aqui. Já deu besteira. Caraca, volta desde...
We haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk.
Tá, debaixo da
See a load
mesa.
of videotapes on the left? They're your adverts. Pick any 3 and load them into the machines on the right.
Tá,
When you've
vamos
done
lá,
that,
vamos lá.
look up to the front again. Right, the tapes are loaded and we're all ready for when we get to the first ad break. That's great.
Vamos lá que vai
Any
dar
second
certo.
now, you should be getting a signal through from the studio. Stay on your toes, mate. It's election night, so all eyes are on this room. We do not want to get fired.
9 p.m. Sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movie, The Freedom.
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in costumes.
Yeah, thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day, you offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going in 5, 4.
Agora vai, vamos lá, vamos focar.
Evening. I'm
Cara, esse jogo é o Not for a Broadcast, que você controla a transmissão de TV.
News titles on screen 2. There'll be
É um jogo indie, tá? Mas eu achei que seria interessante trazer.
gravy.
buys honest Andy's totally independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star
Tá, é no PC, tá? Eu não sei se tem no console,
And, of course,
mas parece ser interessante,
hear
viu?
what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic
Right, button 2 in 3, 2, 1,
national nightly news.
now. Lovely, mate. Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Ok, quando desaparecer, a gente volta pro cara. Não, esses programas não são reais, não. É tudo criado pro jogo em si, não é nada real, não. É de boa.
Lovely, mate.
But first, the The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing, or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties
Okay.
have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't
E aí,
break
Jogos
too early or
Geek,
you'll get
boa
fired.
noite.
The clock at the top is counting you down
É,
to
pô,
the
seria sacanagem
zero.
os caras
Press
botar
one
o
of the
jornal.
three play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
to hear the co-leaders accept.
Tá.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after the
Ó,
ads.
ó, perfeito, ó.
Snatch is running late.
Caraca, muito top.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
Isso aqui é o que aparece pro público, tá? Então é o que eles estão vendo. Isso aqui é o que controla.
I'm deeply
Cara, é bem maneiro. Pensar que tem um cara que faz isso na vida real é muito louco.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence because you're going to be cutting between
Multicâmera.
multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1.
Mantenha a câmera em quem está falando.
Doing the talking.
Tá.
2.
Não deixe mais do que 10 segundos na mesma pessoa.
At the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3.
Não.
Don't stay on reaction
As
shots.
câmeras da reação dos participantes não devem ser mais longas do que 3 segundos. Tá.
Doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules
Tá,
and you'll
tá.
be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio. Thank you so much. 10 seconds, everybody.
Vai começar, cara. É agora.
Going in 5.
Tá. Os dois aqui, participantes, 3 segundos. Reação. Tá. Tá.
welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go to
the
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
Joined
name.
today by none other
Okay.
than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
the medicated. Yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful
Give us a
chap.
look at Megan's reaction.
I've worked
Lovely.
with him on
Now back to
several
Thunder Twat.
terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for
Caraca,
love that
vamos lá.
surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer.
Muita tecnologia.
Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course,
Get back to who's
we're in for
talking.
some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Right,
around
they've
the
swapped the
country.
shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Carai, tá foda.
She's losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know?
Get
Carai,
the speed right.
carai. Eu sei que interferência. Meu Deus, é muita coisa. Que merda.
It'll do for now. Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
We can stop it all.
Yes!
Not bad. You'll get it with practice.
Carai, que merda. Oh, meu Deus.
End of the clip. You'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Relógio lá em cima pra contar.
Mate, get an ad on or we'll get fired.
Eu tô rodando o anúncio. Eu apertei. Eu apertei. Eu apertei o anúncio, cara. Que merda. Será que eu não... Ah, eu acho que eu... Será? Não. Eu tenho que trocar o anúncio, cara. Meu, voltou do começo. Não.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're
Primeiro
doing great, mate.
anúncio.
But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next
Meu
sequence is what we
Deus,
call a
cara.
multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2.
Cara,
Don't stay on the
tem que ser feito em live isso.
10 seconds at the most.
DJ, acho que não tem pra mobile, cara. Eu não vou saber dizer, bicho.
3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance, but first
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolfe, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the true story.
Been on that shot a bit long.
Soldiers fight for a love that surpasses all.
Oh meu Deus, tô
Remember the 10
clicando.
second rule.
Merda.
It's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan. And
Oh meu Deus. Puta merda.
like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Audience is getting bored, mate.
Giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But,
Mix it up a bit,
I
eh?
think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, don't worry, he won't do it again.
I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Cool, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that.
Carai.
There's more interference coming. It's a
Ai,
bit
ai.
trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
No, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance.
Cara, eu não consigo nem ver a porcaria da propaganda. Eu queria estar vendo a propaganda, deve ser interessante.
Next we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate, upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, she said.
you need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
The virus. The sterility. This formula This is the key.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Ah, vou dar anúncio.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen here is about 2 seconds behind
2
the master
segundos
screen
depois da
here.
tela
When
principal.
someone says a naughty word, the
O botão de
bleep button
bip acende.
like this.
2
2
segundos.
seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the
Okay.
volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count
1, 2, segura.
and hold
Tá.
it down.
1, 2, segura.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's
Tá.
too late. You can
O
use the
palavra é
number
fácil. É só olhar aqui e a gente resolve.
Seriously, Padworth. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to advance headquarters. I'm told we can now go live to advance headquarters. Where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. And well, where do I start?
They said we
What
couldn't
a
do
day.
it. They said we couldn't do it.
Every
dirty
dirty
low-down
low-down
lying
every
southern
dirty
bastard
low-down
trick
lying
they had against
southern-
But you
trick they
had
had
against
against
Nice.
You saw right through their shit.
I'm sorry about the language there. I'm sorry about the
I've had a
language
couple
there.
of celebrations. Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrations. Coarser than the ground is funny.
Many of them
Shit.
Who can blame Peter for
But to be honest,
celebrating? Who can blame
Get
Peter
back to
for
just
celebrating?
talking.
heard us say that
Throughout the
advance are
campaign,
not
you've
a
heard us
political
say
party.
that advance are not
A party is what you
political
have when
party.
things are going well.
A party is what you have when
the
things are
country
going
is
well.
suffering, you don't need a
When
party.
the country is suffering,
You need
you
a
don't need
team.
a party.
A team
You need a
that can
team.
change things.
A team that can change.
But today
things.
is day one of a new
today
future.
is day one
a
of
better,
a new future.
fairer future.
A better,
So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again, colourfully put,
Again,
not
colourfully
inaccurate.
put, but not
Before we
inaccurate.
came out here to address the nation,
Before
we
we
used
came
our
out here to
executive
address the
powers
nation, we used
Tá, vamos lá.
to pass the Working with the tax office, we have produced
Give us a
working with
reaction
the list
shot.
of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated community.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more hiding wealth funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to
Ah,
hide.
porcaria.
Earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay first. You're going to pay it back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into
Bored with this shot, mate?
to properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to
Get on the
raise
speaker, mate.
billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you. Advance have this to say to
Today.
you. We
Ai,
are
ai.
coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your
Caraca, tá. É difícil.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands
É
of the people who
complexo.
created it. In the hands of the people who created it.
Today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's
Ei,
all
carai.
at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful Have a peaceful.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. Thank
Right,
you.
looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go.
Ah,
Ferry's
tá,
about
tá.
to leave. Probably won't be coming back.
Oh, meu Deus.
Good luck.
Weird fever.
Carai.
Dying now or something.
You should be so lucky.
Well, we're not sure, but
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Visit picturesque
Transmissão concluída.
experience a holiday that's simple.
Sala do desafio desbloqueada. Maneiro, maneiro.
When the program's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence
Tá.
got an overall
Notinha,
grade.
né?
Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
Ok.
Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course, you can really drill into the details if you want to get
Palavras
better at
obscenas
making TV.
apareceram. Um programa sem interferência. Uma edição péssima. Você rodou um anúncio tarde demais. Tá. A gente vai aprendendo, né? Vamos lá.
Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
É isso aí, ué.
This is the last page and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
Tá. O chefe, por enquanto, me ama.
Alright mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections, broadcast, rushes and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news.
Before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1.
Aqui é como ficou a transmissão, né? Tá.
In living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country.
Ok. Tá. Interessante.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
Sem
This is
edição.
the rushes route. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Não, calma aí. Sala da pré-edição. Não precisa disso. Isso aqui é só pra rejogar, né? Vamos continuar. Dia 3, formulário inesperado. Você chega em casa enquanto correspondência no capacho. A maioria não é nada além de um noite normal, no entanto, a equipe quer conhecer você. É o formulário do governo pedindo informação. Seu nome, sua esposa, seu filho e a filha. O resto das perguntas estão em branco, é para você responder. Ao começar um trabalho novo, você é amigável e se apresenta a seus colegas, é produtivo e começa a trabalhar, vai com calma e primeiro se orienta com um novo local de trabalho, conversa com amigos sobre antigos trabalhos. É amigável, ué. Um colega de outro departamento confidencia com você em questão, levando informações confidenciais para casa. Agora um arquivo de pouca importância desapareceu. O que você faria? Ajudaria? Recomendaria seu colega que fizesse uma denúncia? Prometer ao seu colega não comentar o assunto com ninguém? Denunciaria a violação para o seu supervisor imediatamente. Colega de outro departamento. Informações confidenciais para casa. Tá, então não é o meu... Eu recomendaria que meu colega fizesse uma denúncia. Pergunta 3. Hoje, um departamento todo foi demitido por mau desempenho. Seu chefe estabeleceu novos objetivos que são significativamente maiores que os anteriores. Você deixa o trabalho na hora certa, fica até mais tarde para garantir que o primeiro passo seja cumprido. Deixa o trabalho mais cedo e vai para o bar com os colegas conversar. Deixa o trabalho mais cedo e vai para casa ficar com a família. Fica até mais tarde, eu acho. É churrasco anual da empresa. Você e sua família foram convidados. Vocês estão ocupados? Participarão se não houver nenhum compromisso. Tudo bem se não puderem ir. Estão treinando em cá para vencer o show de calouros deste ano. Ansiosos. Você teve uma carreira longa e bem sucedida. Agora está prestes a se aposentar. Nenhum discurso você cita as suas conquistas, faz uma avaliação honesta dos prós e contras, foca nos trabalhos, nos problemas e desafios que enfrentou ali, não faz discurso algum nem vai à festa, cita todos. No seu tempo livre você gosta de relaxar sozinho, fazer coisas, participa de comícios, incentiva e apoia seus filhos nos passatempos, participa de atividades e associações locais. Relaxar sozinho. Suas férias ideais seriam cercar de natureza, esconder num local desconhecido, planejado, escapada romântica. Vamos primeiro. Mais importante, que o governo mantenha as pessoas em segurança, em liberdade, felizes e em igualdade. Em segurança. Questão de família. É tarde, sendo as crianças já foram dormir, você está secando sua xícara favorita, uma velha lembrancinha da primeira vez que você e a Sam fizeram juntos. Está descarrando, marcado de bobo. O jardim agarrado. Está Cris, irmão de Sam. Deixa entrar. Respira fundo. Desculpa, tão tarde. Preciso de um favor. Está tudo bem? Quer que eu chame a Sam? Não se preocupe. Não quero preocupar a Sam. 2 minutinhos. Lei de bens e riquezas. Eu trabalho com notícias. Isso é conversa para boi dormir. Eles estão tomando o que querem e vão distribuir como quiserem. Nenhum governo deveria ter esse tipo de poder. Não acredito que vão fazer isso sem nenhum obstáculo. É loucura. Porque estou com a sensação de que não vou gostar. Eu não posso dar o meu passaporte. A gente já tomaram meio e metade do país. Preciso partir antes que seja tarde demais. Depois que estiver fora daqui, eu e meu dinheiro estaremos a salvo. Preciso antes que congelem minhas contas. Tenho certeza que deve haver outra maneira. Isso é contra a lei, cara. Não dá não. Não posso não. Chris cospe enquanto fala. Apanha sua mala e desaparece. Você volta a lavar a louça. Ao apanhar, te agradecendo de novo. Desta vez a foto descarrada te aborrece. Eu não posso não. Não posso não. Eu vou me manter com o meu passaporte. Pode dar ruim. Mal comecei no emprego, já posso ser preso? Não, tô de boa. As consequências.
Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have
Novo elegante creme. Podemos brincar? Esse brinquedo é seguro? Em breve. Nil maluco. Tentar reproduzir. Estamos... Tá. Esse aqui de segundo. Elegante creme? Tá, pode ser. Senhor Aconcheguinho. Em breve Alan James. Pode ser esse cara aí. Podemos brincar? Este brinquedo é seguro? Não sei. Sim, A e B. Eles ajudam para escolher imagem A na tela ou B na inferior. Mas não tomar nenhuma decisão, tá? Ok. Eita, pode afetar a vida deles, né? Ih, rapaz. Ixi, vamos ver qual que vai ser.
10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a
imagem interessante.
who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honors, immediately being asked back to lecture.
É interessante esse, viu?
Favorably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash, Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint.
Por que eu vou colocar um brigando com o outro? Não tem motivo.
But thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions.
Pra que vai colocar um brigando com o outro? Não tem sentido.
Dangers their team might face. The pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have." Playing the field.
Calma aí, só um minuto. Até então tá bem tranquilo, porque ainda tô meio que sendo ensinado, né? Quando aparecer tudo de uma vez, aí vai dar ruim.
Rumors abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight, are we using an Advance-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, a mega move for the group of young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News. In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals, they're pumping it full of belief.
Cara, esse cara tá muito doidão, cara. Esse cara tá muito loucão.
Spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately I can't understand it for you.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
É, mané. É isso aí. Muito bom, mané.
Set up a word in, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. Little Jakey's got a big bird caught you with water.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line.
Ah, não
Can you
sei.
hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. Oh, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimp's escaped. Delia? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely. Yeah. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive!
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing a swat. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris,
Oi, oi.
Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Sopen!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
Sopen!
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Jesus!
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody. That went well.
Piss off.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
in his dressing room, probably banging his head against the wall.
Look, it's alright, I've got this.
I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, welcome back.
After all, there's nothing better than moving forwards. The advanced go-getters. Forwards, together.
3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scripsford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks,
As
Steve.
is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle.
I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
Meu Deus do céu, muita coisa.
Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this old democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right.
Keep going for...
Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but
Meu Deus do céu, que cara. Esses caras são muito paspalhos.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free coat.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Que coisa horrível. Que coisa horrível.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist. But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great.
Meu Deus do céu, que coisa horrível. Que coisa horrível.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant!
What the little fuck was that?
I believe that
Que coisa horrorosa.
A 14-inch cock, but doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Jesus.
Plants out of my studio.
Provavelmente. Eu tomei a mais no segmento, então é isso. Caraca, a sequência eu tomei mas tá melhor, tá melhor. Tá da hora. Meu pagamento. Eu recebi todo o meu pagamento. Ações aumentou. Diminuiu aqui, aumentou e ficou neutro do PC. O governo aumentou e meu chefe me ama. Acho que tamo bem. Aqui eu não preciso ver no arquivo, né? Não tem por que olhar. Vou só continuar. Caraca, minha mão tá doendo. Dia 8. Dia 9, dia 10, dia 11, meu Deus. Dia 15. Uma noite longa. Você chega em casa após um longo dia de trabalho e encontra o bilhete no balcão da cozinha. Você conhece a caligrafia apressada da Sam. Chris foi despejado por não pagar o aluguel. Você já consegue ver onde isso vai parar. Sam foi tirar as coisas do Chris do meio da rua. Não me espere acordado. Sublinhado 2 vezes. Então agora a culpa é sua? Você aperta o play do controle remoto com raiva para assistir o filme de horror que haviam combinado de assistir juntos. Este filme costumava aterrorizar vocês quando crianças, mas hoje em dia você só consegue rir. Não é a mesma coisa sem a cena, mas você ainda dá umas risadas. Bem na hora em que chega uma parte boa do filme, seu filho de 14 anos interrompe. Ele quer ir para a casa de um amigo. Ele te olha daquela maneira que só uma criança faz, pedindo e ao mesmo tempo te desafiando. Você o deixa ir, contanto que ele prometa estar de volta em casa às 23, ou você diz não, ele sabe que não deve sair em dias de semana. Eu vou deixar ele ir, né, tadinho, pô. Claramente surpreso, ele praticamente corre porta fora. Você cochila em frente à TV, esperando ele voltar. Você acorda com som de estática do canal da TV. Já passou da meia-noite e Charlie ainda não voltou. Sam também não. É dia de semana, amanhã tem aula e ele prometeu. Então você vai até a casa do amigo e manda ele de volta para casa. É isso. Ao chegar na casa do amigo, você vê seu filho, que milagrosamente percebe o horário quando te vê. Ele pode achar que você nasceu ontem, mas ele ao menos pede desculpas. Já é alguma coisa. Tá bom, tá bom. Dia... Eita. Dia 48. Vamos ver o que nos espera. Natal apertado. É impossível não sorrir quando você olha a mesa. A neve acumulada lá fora na grama, as crianças gargalhando. Sempre gostou do Natal. Foi uma tarde tensa, todo mundo sentiu isso. Primeira vez que você vê o Chris desde que recusou em emprestar seu passaporte. Foi uma grande mudança para Sam. Só se escuta o barulho dos talheres enquanto Chris olha para você sem parar. Eu pergunto, está gostando do Natal, vovô? Sua mãe olha para você com um olhar vago, confuso. Ela recobra um pouquinho de lucidez. Sim, obrigado, Alex. Está maravilhoso. Só se escuta o barulho dos talheres enquanto Chris olha. Eu faço um brinde. Feliz Natal, parará. Estamos todos aqui graças a você, Sam suspira. Chris, chega, vai, é Natal. Não estava concordando com você. Sam tem razão, vamos tentar aproveitar. Vamos colocar, Sam tem razão, vamos tentar aproveitar. Tá, Suza olha, parará, precisa de dinheiro. Chris, faz um favor pra todo mundo e cala a boca. Ignorando o Chris, você sorri para a sua filha. Vou ignorar o Chris. Situação apertada, não temos dinheiro para tanto gastar. Desculpa, eu realmente gostaria que a gente pudesse bancar isso, mas não dá. Os pais da Harriet vão ajudá-la. Não dá, não tem como. A nossa riqueza é pobre e miserável, não dá pra bancar. Dá pra bancar isso não. Rapaz. Maybe next year. Eu não paguei o negócio da filha lá. É, a gente é pobre e miserável. Não dá não. Dá não. Passaporte de comprovação. Cheque que espera o serviço como sinônimo de gratidão, compromisso. Ele estava certo, o Advance está realmente redistribuindo a riqueza. Vamos continuar lutando pelo melhor de nossa nação. Ok. Tá de buenas. Olha, eu não vou ler isso não, tá? Eu vou ler na mente. Então, quem quiser aí, dá uma olhada, tá? É muita coisa. Se beija, põe a chave, começa no porta-malas. Ignora a mensagem, você precisa do fim de semana. Peça uma desculpa para sua esposa que você realmente precisa ir trabalhar. O Bosman é conhecido por ser pavio curto. Eu vou ter que pedir sinceras desculpas pra esposa. Não, ignore a mensagem. Eita porra. Peça mais sinceras desculpas. Eu vou ter que pedir desculpa aí. Eita, sendo desaparece. Ê, caralho. Vai dar ruim. Caraca, bobiei. Dia 98, autorização. Seu filho Charles espia sob os ombros. Tá, assino a autorização. Vamos ver, né? Uma sociedade lucrativa. Depois de um dia... Bobagem. Uma carta... Melhor acabar logo com isso, vamos ver. Pesada família Winston, essa carta é para informar que o governo da Advance deu mais um passo na luta pela igualdade. Ao nacionalizar as maiores corporações privilegiadas, retribuem discursos cidadãos para... Todos os lados tornarão sócios de uma entre três instituições. Todos os sentimentos se baseiam na opinião pública e não podem ser garantidos. Selecione uma das seguintes opções. Olhos de quem vê, sejam cosméticos, roupas ou alta costura. Nós vemos a beleza em todos os nossos clientes. Ofertas New LTDA. O New Maluco sempre tem uma oferta maluca para você. Prazer SA. Nosso negócio é seu prazer, de esportes a viagens ou mesmo no tempo para aproveitar a própria companhia. Não esqueça que prazer rima com lazer. Vamos ver. Prazer. Vamos ver que M que vai dar isso. Dia 120. Rebeldia de adolescente. Você sai do seu veículo, você bate a porta e você estremece, torcendo para que a porta não caia. Não diz nada, não é o momento. O policial pede para você esperar. Por fim, depois, sua filha é trazida por uma policial de expressão amigável. Ela é boa moça, mas se apanharmos pichando novamente, teremos que fichá-las. Dentro do carro você tenta tocar no assunto, mas Sue se recusa de dizer. Pá, 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 pá. Com quem vocês estão andando? Vamos ver. Very advanced. Sua riqueza é afetada por suas escolhas em casa e no trabalho.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
Yeah, well, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship.
Parafuso de alegria. Perfeito.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend
Perfeito.
over you?
I don't know why I talk.
Aqui já foi, censura, nada aqui, tranquilo.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem.
Caraca, vamos lá, vamos tentar tirar A em tudo, vamos ver.
Bloodbath avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Julia Salisbury, who mobilised numerous government resources to recall the product immediately after the first blindings, said today that the new advance mark, which must be earned by all new products, would be a 100% ironclad guarantee of safety and quality.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional wrestler Randy Grizzlenuts McFridge married his longtime tag team partner Tina Tiny Hands last year in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Espero estar escolhendo o certo.
About to become the bad boy of sport.
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO
Tirando aconchego,
today announced a brand new
dimensão.
product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
Vamos
This
ver.
groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are sceptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
When only a Flard will do, you need the Flardmaster 5000. That's the slogan accompanying the announcement that has rocked the construction industry this morning. The breakthrough device for aiding in installation is sure to change the way we see the humble Flard.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's
National
Night.
Vamos ver. Não posso errar e ter que focar em muita coisa ao mesmo tempo. Hey! Merda. Hey.
The transition has not been as pleasant. That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan. I'm here in moderate Hatchings to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
Simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but this is steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure. She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with women's, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Big house? This grubby little gaddis spatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room in the same bloody place. Imagine that, having all one's grub in one room. One room, Robin.
So what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just?
I hardly think we've had it easy for fussle's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right bloody question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. I remember! Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran up into the woods. That's probably my
Caralho, é muita coisa.
Tragic, but what can you do?
We will rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breasts in an undressed bare chest protest.
Oh, what's that?
Daddy! Daddy, it's
Daddy!
something!
Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you buggers! Carry home!
Well, at least you are showing some shame.
Free at last! Somerset Bentley.
Meu Deus, que coisa horrível.
Started already? Nice sharp work, boy.
Thanks, Daddy.
He gets that from me, you know.
And forgive me, what are you trying to achieve here?
We just want to be fuzzing well heard, that's all.
Oh, language, Penelope. We are new.
Caralho.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody will.
Caralho, tá foda. Vou ter que repetir esse depois. Meu Deus.
Are you okay?
Daddy, how could you?
Shut up and get your
Well, Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic protest movement takes one in the top rings, it's back here in the studio. I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in moderate Hatchings.
Thanks, Robin. Let's
Keep yourself there, Jeremy, but I've seen enough shaft work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on? It doesn't seem like the way we do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around naked in our weather?
Oh, hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm busting. Oh!
He's funny.
Yes, I know. It's very endearing.
She wants your job.
She's welcome to it. Why is it raining on my desk?
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about.
Nota do segmento E. Foi horrível.
Well, that's what it says.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again.
Vamos lá, vamos lá.
CS Fry. It's good for the ratings.
Vamos lá que o último segmento foi horrível. Vambora.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. And, go first. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brain. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad if you ask me. Was that contact? Don't know why you complained. To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Football. Move back. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know?
Cara, que palhaçada isso, mané.
Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the arguing with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. Second round, Harris. Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery on display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, the boys said that. And after all, it is a game of two halves.
Meu amigo, que loucura é essa? Que eu não tô entendendo o que tá acontecendo.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look.
Meu Deus, que coisa horrível.
Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face.
Cara, o que tá acontecendo aqui, velho?
I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over.
Meu Deus.
He'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me.
Meu Deus do céu.
And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on now. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to striker.
Meu Deus, meu Deus. Que porra de programa é esse, cara? Cara, que programa é esse, gente? Caraca, que programa esquisito, cara.
Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay.
Ah, não. Ah, não. Oh, não. Meu Deus, o que que está acontecendo aqui? O que que está acontecendo aqui, meu Deus do céu? O que que está acontecendo aqui? Eu censurei. Que tá acontecendo aqui? Que maluquice é essa?
Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go anywhere at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me.
Agora que eu notei, eles estão brincando de quem faz mágica. Não estão segurando nada aqui.
And now she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on. Illegal spit. From striker. But she's in it to win it. Harris's ball. On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is...
Oh my god, oh my god.
Including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I always have to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
Welcome back.
Meu Deus, que merda.
Talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Nota do segmento D. Meu amigo, hoje foi horrível. Hoje foi horrível, foi horrível.
Seem to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
You're going to need a whole new lining up there. Triple C.
We'll look into it.
Minister, it's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right. Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
My, but that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Is your seat down?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Rapaz.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be.
Caralho, tomei choque.
Feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers mostly.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's tripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts projects.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera
Oh,
there?
sorry, yes, it's camera 4.
When I was 13, me mam came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. And I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching TV. We wouldn't even
Ah, vai.
have time.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away, and he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see, and she didn't want to lose the children as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
You've just given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. From my asshole.
Are you still on the air, Peter?
Yes. Sorry. My apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry. I've got a skin. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
That one was massive. Right, no.
That the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Caralho, eu tô tomando muito choque, eu vou morrer.
Eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty...
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know. You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe.
Eu vou morrer, velho. Se continuar assim, eu vou
We're
morrer.
only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board Final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
Good job, everybody.
So there's just... I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's for my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Transmissão concluída. A nota do segmento E. Caraca. Eita, essa transmissão foi horrível. Essa transmissão foi horrível. Você recebeu um corte considerável no pagamento. Vixe. Tá, as ações do PC aumentaram. As ações do RS aumentaram um pouquinho. O Illuminati, a empresa Illuminati abaixou e o ND abaixou. O que foi? Bom, foi. Vamos lá, próximo. Né, não.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Quickly, Alex, fry it! Oh, you haven't passed out again, have you? At last. That seems to be the last of them, for the time being at least. Right, we're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
We'll be going live to the national nightly news. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on.
This has no credibility, Jenny.
On Channel 1 at 7 o'clock.
No professionalism.
Bom, voltamos aqui. Vamos ver se esse vai ser o último dessa live, tá? Vamos ver se a gente consegue uma nota boa.
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefucked? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
Armed with blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only ankle height and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions like fatal bruise syndrome.
Going stir crazy? With no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that is...
Alex, they're on the tower.
Going it alone, popular crustacean Johnny Hamsheaves is back in the news today as his astonishing photograph that he leaked himself shows exactly how he's been spending his lockdown.
It seems that when the lockdown was announced, Johnny's long-term partner, Tiffany Lamour, was busy in the capital preparing her new show, Chocolate Clit Bombs, for its now postponed grand opening. Let's hope the exhibits don't melt.
It's great to see a celebrity using their time wisely, as the government suggests, by developing a new hobby or fetish, and most importantly, by keeping your spirits up. Nice to see Johnny doing his little bit.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sporsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Sporsborgen-Horgensvoord, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Sporsborgen-Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica Sporsborgen-Wongensvoord here with a little update from Dante's Taint. This year's going to be our biggest ever harvest and autumn's just 2 weeks away. Or at least that's what we think. There's no real day or night down here and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there it is
Vamos ver. Vamos. Cara, é tenso, é tenso, é tenso. Tem esses bichos chatos pra caralho. Perdi. A audiência tá indo pro cacete. A audiência tá indo pro cacete. Tá indo pro cacete. Tá indo pro cacete a audiência.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Oh shit.
A worrying turn today for the full media as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who manage to skip the country must be very
Tá caindo a audiência foi pro
We
cacete.
have it from several sources that rich runaways have actually begun to spontaneously lose their teeth one by one. Is it some sort of cosmic justice, or has masked vigilante Dental Dennis been up to his old tricks again?
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Evening. Apparently, we need to have a chat about playing by the rules. So, the other night I were at my local park for research purposes, and there were a bunch of lads having a kickabout without a care in the world. And not only did they refuse to let me join in, they wouldn't even let me have a swig of their white stripe. Laughing and joking they were, like there weren't a national crisis on, until one of them little pink demons followed them home and kicked the shit out of their nan. So, I've got two things to say to you young, fit folk. One, stay at home. It's not for you, it's to protect your Aunt Mabel and Bill next door. And two, always share your booze with your Prime Minister. As my old man used to say, there's only two types of folk. Then we'll help you across the road with the shopping, and then we'll kick you in the fatty and nick your macaroni. So don't be a pasta snatcher. Stay at home. Have a brandy. And it'll be all over before you know it. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Remington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
Is what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lyle.
Oh, I like her.
Don't want to do that.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News. going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield Millkirky is the CEO of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head? Is that what you call the
We seem
voices
to
in your
attract
head?
dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snugglehugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Remington.
Ah, calma aí, vamos ver um negócio aqui que tá me incomodando. São os controles disto aqui. Mixer de som? Como assim mixer de som? Isso aqui eu acho que não foi feito ainda. Sensor da barra de espaço, acho que tá bom. Anúncio A, anúncio B, anúncio C. Aqui. Ajuste de interferência, alt esquerdo. Navegação. Olhar para cima. Pam. Substituir. Seta para cima. Seta para baixo. Substituir. Seta para esquerda. Seta para a direita. Em vez do D, seta. Agora aqui fica inutilizado. Anúncio. Anúncio pode ser o Q, W e o E, que fica mais perto do K. Aqui. Aqui. E aqui. Q, W e E, que aí fica mais fácil aqui. Só abaixa aqui. Pronto. Agora tá maneiro.
You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hanging toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little execution as it wiggle and wave its tiny limbs and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson, the passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Que maluquice, todos os programas são malucos.
Chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys. But they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh, yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical ass.
Mate, it's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
Tá, perfeito. Conseguimos aqui.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming. No, exactly. You said it, I've said it. He must know, he's not stupid. I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us. No, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together.
It was a good day for you. Here, I was walking back and caught my own reflection. I thought, what a brave young man.
Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3... Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Roof. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise they've already spent it filling the beach house with beach tents.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recounting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need to...
Caraca, que doideira. É muito... Caraca, é muito tenso.
We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap us.
That's you. That's what you sound like. That's you. That's what you sound like.
But I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan. Yes,
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one. Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know
Katie
what they say about
Brightman, thank you
snitches?
for
Alan,
joining
I'm
me.
getting my knee.
Real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm
O
sure
Jeremy
is
tava
a
prestes a fazer uma boquinha.
Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Brannan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yeah, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. So my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much...
Tá tenso, tá tenso. Oh, meu
What's
Deus.
that on your jacket there?
Well, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on?
Quem que tá no fundo verde, não tá? Quem que tá no fundo verde?
Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Quem que tá no fundo verde?
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick. We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks, Jeremy.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh shit! Okay, fucking listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! I'm too talented to die! No! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh god.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick? What do you see, Patrick?
Meu Deus. Olha só essas praguinhas. Que jogo maluco, velho.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Your children are out. Alright, mate. Dave here. I've run into a few problems getting back. Although not as bad as yours. It looks like you've got one loose in the studio. Whack it on the head if it gives you any trouble. It's pretty bad here too, mate. They've got on board. Captain's down. Worse, chef's down and we're out of rum. Not sure I'm going to make it to sobriety or dry land. If I had a missus, I'd ask you to tell her that I love her.
Eu acho que nosso amigo vai morrer, hein?
Or abandon them to a life of shame and mockery and eventual death on the streets. So you sent them to fly with us instead.
Eu acho que o cara morreu. Eita porra.
I don't have to. No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. No? No? Oh, 5, 4. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight, we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win. And who will National Nightly lose.
National Nightly, National Nightly, National Nightly lose.
So, how do we play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Yeah, I think I heard about that actually, yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy?
Yeah, you called during that time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Jeremy. Jeremy. Thank you.
What is that?
Oh no. Oh no.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once in a lifetime prize?
Meu Deus. Aqui vai dar ruim.
I believe we have Angie on the
Vai
line.
dar ruim.
How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it.
Perdemos toda a audiência.
I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Perdi toda. Estamos perdendo toda a audiência.
Always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30?
Caralho.
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts. Now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, among...
Oh shit.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded...
Não! Ah! Não! Sai!
How are you managing without any work?
Caralho, esse bicho tá ferrando com o meu trabalho.
I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jess, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time,
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right.
I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely transport payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, that's the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Yes. Right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life for...
Caralho, que peste, velho. Alguém tira essa coisa daqui. Tira essa coisa daqui, velho.
Octopus, who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need... Says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow, you really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you alright, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end. We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all. I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to... endure.
You turn this shitting thing up.
Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many
Eu
arms.
acho que sim. Só tem que terminar aqui.
But that's cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job, telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Muito bom, incrível.
Parable. For it did come to pass that on the road there was a wise man and a foolish man and a weird man. And there did come upon them from the local village a truth seeker named Unlikely Brian. And he did come to them with alms and someone else's arms and a question. "O wise and weird and foolish man," he said, whilst dancing the traditional jig of inquiry common in those lands at those times, "how, grant thou, can the many weights and measures of life be balanced?" And the wise man did say, "There are no riches greater than family." And the foolish man did say he'd heard thing. And the weird man did say that 2 ears was just the right number, because there was no good place to put a third that wouldn't be aesthetically upsetting. Although he did see the use for a second anus. And Unlikely Brian did fall into wonder and befuddlement at their answers, although he was also wondering if either the foolish man or the weird man had any actual value in this sort of professional consultative environment, for what he did not know was that the profound man and the practical man were both on annual leave that week, and the foolish man and the weird man were all that the agency had available.
Vamos lá, tá
What
quase.
Unlikely Brian did not reveal was that he was asking for his friend Alex, who had enraged their spouse over a passport, treated their son Charlie like he was still a little baby, and was too miserly to even pay for their daughter's holiday.
Miserável.
Did Alex's family become like our Lord when he discovered a turd in his cradle and was forced to ask Nebuchadnezzar to leave? Well, that's all we have time for tonight. I'm Archangel Megan Wolf. Have a hateful night. Are we done? Oh my God! I thought I was going to piss myself halfway through that. No, I'm joking. Right, babe, I've got to go get my bits done. At the end of the day, babes, he makes my fanny flutter. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, come on then, you lot, out my house. And you, Alex. Right, I don't want you here when I'm on my date. I promise. Alex. Wake up. Wake up.
Eita, eita. Ih, vai dar ruim. Vai dar ruim. Eita porra. Ei, caramba. Meu chefe não gostou. Meu Deus. Rapaz, deu ruim. Bom, gente, eu acho que é ideal que a gente fique por aqui. Um brusco despertar. A gente continua daqui na próxima. Meu chefe não gosta mais da gente. Então vamos ter que ver como é que isso vai acontecer depois. Então, obrigado a todos que acompanharam esse início de série. O jogo tá bem maneirinho. E é isso. Valeu, falou e fui. Até o próximo episódio.